You had 20 minutes or so where you were pretty clunky on offense. What's going on there versus when you're humming and scoring?
First of all, again, they're excellent. You know, they're an outstanding defense, and give them a ton of credit for that. We had some communication breakdowns in the protection aspect of it, protection element of it, and both in the I would say it's always a combination of factors, but breakdowns in protection, breakdowns in communication, and then being really good.
Rader?
Their defense obviously made it very difficult for Marcus at times. He had to pull the ball down, find ways to make plays. How hard was it, and then what did he do to be able to make those kind of things happen?
Genetics. It's the guy, you know. You have to ask Toa and Elena Mariota the answer to that question. But the guy's just special. I mean, he's awesome. He's in there talking about what he could have done differently, done better, you know, he going into this game, we knew that a lot of it was going to be on him, just how they play. That, you know, a lot of it is it's effectively zero coverage, bring it defense. And you know, there's times when the quarterback has to be the guy to make those plays. There was one time where he just got tripped up through the hole, and if he gets through there, it's an 80-yard touchdown, untouched. And then, but it's a sack for -4 yards. So that's kind of, we knew that we were going to have to take some shots and, you know, take a few body blows and weather it.
Hey Mark, like you talked about, Connor was sort of having his way with your defense there for a while, and I think they scored on 5 possessions in a row going to the third after their field goal. Your defense looked like they came off the edge a lot better after that, and then just were stout up front. Was it that simple adjustment of just trying to get some speed to the quarterback?
Combination of factors. I think the coverage was, we changed up a few things coverage-wise, and Coach Bellman did a great job again at halftime of just communicating the route combinations. But yeah, they were basically max protecting and running either single cuts or 2-man cuts that, you know, if you max protect like that and we're rushing 3 or 4, those aren't good numbers. And so getting on edges, changing up coverages a little bit was you know, the key to success.
Back here?
You talked about your players. At halftime, you liked what you heard from some of them, what your coaches said, but your halftime speech must have been pretty good. What did you say?
Gettysburg Address, like esque. No, again, I mean, I think a ton of credit again has to go to our offensive staff, our defensive staff, Tom Osborne, and special teams, and just our young guys believing. You know, we have so many young guys on our team that haven't been in that situation, haven't had a ton of competitive quote unquote adversity, you know, 1-score games adversity around here, and just to see them weather that, to see those guys lead them through that, very proud of that.
Okay, you're down 27-18, come out the second half, offense pretty anemic. What were you thinking, 27-18? I mean, your defense had to do something or this game was going to get out of hand, wasn't it?
Well, everybody had to do something. Yeah, we had a couple things again dialed up that we thought had a chance early, and we needed to execute better. We knew going in, I mean, look at the first 2 out of the first 3 plays of the game, just catch the ball. You know, just execute, throw and catch, get our guys in space. We knew that was the key to the game, and it broke down. You know, so that's punt it and rally.
Right back here.
Mark, you've been looking for a wide receiver to step up other than Keenan Allen. I mean, watching Devin Allen what he did today, I mean, is it safe to say that he's solidifying his role as kind of a leader on that wide receiver board?
Devin Allen's a stud, no question. Keenan Lowe, it's Keenan Allen's cousin, Keenan Lowe, did a great job again leading those young guys. Devin Allen hasn't played very much football. Obviously Charles, Royce, you know, all of our young skill guys. Darren Carrington, Dwayne Stanford is really a new guy in terms of true experience. And that was a huge deal this week with their pressure is being in rhythm, being on time, and so much of that, there's a lot of that's protection, and then a ton of that's route depth, route angle, all that, you know, how those things all fit together. And so they did a great job, and Devin obviously looked like he was, you know, broke a few tackles. That was a huge play.
Right here.
Mark, I know you've grown weary of the questions about physical teams, and can Oregon hold up against one? Do you feel like that you've vindicated yourself and your program here?
The only thing that matters to me is if Ted Miller thinks we've vindicated ourselves. No, I mean, again, we think we're physical. You know, our style of play is different, and I love our team, I love our guys, and we believe very strongly in what we do. And you know, again, but we got to keep playing. There's a ton of ball left.
Will you be happy to put that line of questioning to bed maybe for a while?
I'm sure it'll come up again at some point, and that's fine.
Tyson.
We like it when you're here.
when Andre goes down, the running game hadn't found much traction at that point as it was, and then Tyrell comes in. It seems like he and Royce were able to kind of find some traction coming in around the right side with the true freshmen in that position. I mean, what did you see out of those two guys?
They competed really well, you know, along with a bunch of other guys. And I don't want it to be misconstrued at all that Andre being out led to better production, because that wasn't the case. And I can understand your line of logic. But again, it was just a bunch of guys competing, and Marcus making a couple Marcus-like plays and playing off of each other in special teams on defense getting just a bunch of huge stops and flipping the field.
Today was the biggest win as the head coach. How personally validating was today?
I won't look at things like that ever. I'm very proud of our staff and our team for how they played, how they stood up early and took a couple of haymakers and kept playing. Very proud of that.
Jason?
Coach, how would you describe Armstead's play, and have you seen him have a more impact in a game before?
Again, Eric Armstead's really grown up and learned how to train, learned how to strain, and we challenged him a little bit. Sometimes that was against, I don't want to say lesser opponents, but in lesser challenging situations, he was at his best. And again, I thought he along with many other guys really stood up against, again, an outstanding offensive line, a veteran offensive line, a great quarterback, a bunch of tough, big tailbacks, and those guys really turned the tide in the second half.
AJ?
Coach, the crowd seemed pretty boisterous at times today. Were there any times during the game where you felt that they really helped you out?
Did you say the crowd was?
The crowd, yeah.
No, I thought the crowd was awesome. I thought we were trying to. My goal there when we had kind of things flipping there in the third quarter was to get the punt return before Shout came out, and I thought we'd take. I said I wanted the punt return for a touchdown, then Shout to come up and the place would explode. I thought the crowd was awesome, and sure, not that it was bad, but to get the students back would be great as well here in a couple of weeks.
We want to talk to John Neal. John's in the back.
John Neal's available.
Here we go, right here.
You said earlier in the week that a team like Stanford was able to out-execute you last November. What was the key maybe today to out-execute, quote-unquote, Michigan State?
Many factors. There's so many things that go into it. Like I was talking about their defense, it's in essence a boom or bust type deal. You're not going to grind out 6-yard gain, 6-yard gain, 6-yard gain. You have to earn every single inch and punt, or you have to take some shots. And our guys weathered that storm. Again, it wasn't going to be a game that was going to be a 12-play drive for 72 yards. That just wasn't, how it was going to play out. In special teams, I thought we had some advantages that we exploited, and then defensively, I thought we just, again, did a great job of building the wall there in the second half.
Mark, a lot of times it seemed like Marcus is bigger physically. A lot of times they couldn't get him down, and when it looked like probably a lot of other guys would have been sacked. What area do you think he's the most improved in from last year?
The most improved in, I would say, still just leadership and command of the program. I mean, the guy just has so much credibility just by how he works, turning down what he turned down. There's a lot of heads perk up at least in terms of his credibility, and then the guy's just exceptional, right? I mean, he's great. And so again, some of those plays he made today, I was, you're shaking your head on the sideline and phenomenal against a very good opponent. But at the same time, we see him do that all the time in practice, and it's a credit to him, a credit to the offensive line scrambling, and maybe one guy's free, but everybody else is still in a dogfight, and he gets some daylight and turns it into a huge play.
Warren?
Mark, now that the week's over, can you share with us what your game plan was going in? It looked like you came out, you wanted to throw more than run. I think at halftime you had 14 yards on the ground.
That was not our game plan to have 14. We wanted 50. No, again, that's right. You guys can't see that, but I knocked a substantial panel down back here. I have to lift that up and show my girth. But no, I mean, it was, again, a combination of factors. Their defense doesn't, again, allow you to just grind it out pound it, and that's not necessarily what we're going to do. Steve Greatwood, ladies and gentlemen, great job by him. And we knew we were going to have to take some shots and make some plays, get on the perimeter a little bit. The first play, we had this kind of a run-pass deal that we dropped, had potential to be a huge play, and so we were equal opportunity. That's our game plan.
We're going one more question in the back. Remember, coach is available tomorrow too.
Not many people put up how many points you did on Michigan State's defense. What does that say about your offense?
Well, it says that our team was good tonight. Good tonight, and that's an exceptional team. And I mean, no disrespect to the rest of the Big Ten, but I would imagine they're the odds-on favorite to win that conference. They're great in every phase, and it was a really good battle. Really good battle, and that's it. That's it. It's not a statement. It's not whatever. We need to get ready for Game 3.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks.